Good morning, everybody. We're here with Chrome Dome G and Adam. We're doing it for the shoe. This is our Colts. This is our team.
I sent it to you, didn't I?
He bleeds. Yeah, you sent me the Bengals one.
This model, she just bleached her soul, and I get bleach on my t-shirt. I'ma feel like a so. We was down when I met her. We was down in Tribeca. I should get under your skin. I don't really want to talk about. Remind me where I know you from.
All right, we are here. There is Garrett. There is Adam. There is Dan. We just rearranged our display cases here, all because of these two little gentlemen. Adam, can you give us a quote of the day?
Yes. The quote of the day is you only have to believe if you wish to achieve.
What about the whole bleaching thing in the car?
Yeah, that happened.
All right. All right, day one, Nashville card show. Just got done doing a deal where I got rid of a stack of cards here. These all used to be mine. I worked it into a deal. I got basically $900 for all this stuff. There's a lot of lower end items in there. Look at that Pistol Pete. But yeah, not too bad.
Your number on these were 44. My basement was 48. I would meet you in the middle and go 46 for all of those. No.
Yeah, I mean, if we're working out cash on this, then that really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I think it's unlikely that I would probably do that, but I would have to think about it.
All right, so we're talking here. We got a big deal potentially going on. So it's this Caleb Williams XRC.
yeah.
This Amin Thompson, Keontae George, nice little Brandon Miller
I offered 35.
out of 35.
23 or 35, MJ number.
There we go. Jalen Green.
Flawless RPA, Jalen Green.
That's not bad at all.
4,
And
Shohei Ohtani, 2018 Bowman pitching, blue refractor, auto, PSA 10.
there we go.
Top 14.
Pop 14, Shohei Ohtani, pitching.
Plus some undisclosed cash.
Yeah. And if you guys know that card, I mean, that cash is going to be like probably 20 plus. All right, we are working on a trade of a lifetime. How much?
22.
$22,000 in cash. The Brandon Miller Shimmer Blue. The Snakeskin. The Blue Eyes Amin Thompson. The Keontae George Blue Eyes. The Jalen Green patch auto. That's game worn too, right? Yeah. Game worn. Caleb Williams. And the one-on-one, what do you call it?
Marcus Sasser. Neuer.
Dan right here about to make a deal
Ohtani rookie.
for an Ohtani rookie.
When'd you make this decision?
This morning, when I was driving over here.
We had some long conversations in the middle of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this one, again, kind of similar.
These are all going back to last season.
No, I know, but even if
Yeah.
I give the benefit of the doubt of basketball season's coming up,
Sure.
I'm not 800 more,
It's fair.
you know?
800 more.
More than
14,
1,500,
16.
700, sorry.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
So if we were at 4,500, is that what we said before?
So you said you guys
What'd you say?
think someone's at 46 and 44 or something.
Yes, 46 and 44.
Let me say 45.
Okay.
Plus, let me use the high comp on this.
Yeah,
1,600.
take your time, no rush. I feel like we're going to get a deal done today regardless, so I'm here until 6.
So that's what you guys are going to make a deal eventually.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we'll both walk away happy.
I'll be forward with
Yeah.
you guys. So the
West Coast.
Ohtani,
Yeah.
when we look at it on the comp, so we bought it, we're the golden comp.
Yeah, 26.6 or whatever it was.
27.
26, yeah.
But what it doesn't show on the comp is like we pay tax on
I
top
figured
of
that, yeah,
Yeah.
So we're at
1,800
like 29
tax.
into it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We
29.
figured that in last night when we were talking.
Yeah, so 22. What were you this on this?
So this I'm at 6,100.
Okay.
And then 6,100 plus this was 22, 28
one.
I'm at 29. I am 29.8 just to get my money back.
How are you at 29.8 with 26.8 plus 6% tax? Okay, 6% tax.
Let me, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
That's it.
So you're saying we're about $1,500 off?
1,500 off just for me to
Break even.
on that.
and just to give you the card. And then I got to work to figure something out.
Absolutely. Thanks, buddy.
We're getting close.
We're getting there.
We got 2 more days.
We're getting close.
With you.
I know, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. I think we're both walking away happy here. So we got a big trade.
See this real quick?
There it is.
This is the big trade right here. The pitching Ohtani out of 150 PSA 10. Beautiful card.
Beautiful.
Beautiful card. What do we got here?
We've got 22,000 cash.
Okay.
We've got an XRC of Caleb Williams. It just came out, probably one of the first ones that was sent out. We've got a horizontal RPA game use patch of Jalen Green out of Flawless.
Yes, sir.
We've got a PSA 9 Jordan Hawkins Prism Gold,
Yep.
True. We've got a PSA 10 Wemby Silver. We've got a Keontae Blue Ice PSA 10. We've got an Amen Thompson Blue Ice PSA 10. We've got a Brandon Miller Blue Shimmer first off the line.
Fresh off the line too,
I like
baby.
saying fresh. And then we got a Brandon Miller Snakeskin PSA 9.
There we go. Massive deal.
Yeah, you too.
Congratulations,
Absolutely.
fellas. That is
Thank you.
awesome. Wow. Hey, it's funny though. So when he came here, I was like, all right, what are the cards you're looking for? Top 5 cards. That one was on his list.
Yeah.
So he got his card.
Got one of the 5.
He got his card.
It was up near
I
the
would say
top. I look at it
Probably
this way.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
2 or
I
3.
was-
It's always going to happen eventually.
Cherry
Yeah.
Blossom, Wemby, PSA 10.
That's why I was asking you about
What's the
one.
pop on the cherry blossom?
Honestly, I think it's like less than 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not many.
Okay, everybody, there you go. You got to see the massive Shohei Ohtani deal. Shout out to Dan. He put up $22,000 in cold hard cash and a stack of cards to get a beautiful Shohei Ohtani pitching rookie card from Topps Chrome. Amazing card. That card is probably bigger than what he paid for. I don't know, but it's in his PC for a while. Just an insane experience to see both card legends. Shout out to them. Make sure you guys go follow them. The link's going to be down below. And Dan really worked that deal together. I showed you the entire process because what I feel like sometimes when people get these big deals done, I don't know, it makes it seem like in a snap things are done. Sometimes that's the case, but this deal probably took almost a full 24 hours to do. When we got to the show on Friday, they initially talked. The next day, that night, Dan and myself and G and Adam, we all talked about the deal and what he should do and what he should put up. Then we did some calculations and so forth. He came back with another deal the next morning. We were almost there. They tweaked it, and then they finally came to an agreement with, like, say, a Wemby, a little bit more liquid cards, and then one potential with that Jordan Hawkins gold prism card, just to have, Card Legends wanted a little bit of diverse inventory and some liquid cards in it. So it was a pretty nice deal. I think both sides were extremely happy. It made sense on paper. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because being a part of that deal and helping negotiate and talking and communicating was awesome. It was a great experience, and it's really what this hobby's about, coming together to make deals like this. Again, I know Dan's super happy with it, but let me jump in to show you some of the great cards that I picked up why I was at the Nashville Card Show. And let's start with, if you haven't looked at the snaps, I got a bunch of LeBron James game-worn material in patches. We'll start off with the Excalibur. This was a Cleveland Cavalier Excalibur game-worn material. I think game-worn material cards, especially on the Panini side, with Panini losing the license, Panini not really, in the past couple of years, they haven't done a ton of game-worn stuff. And with LeBron being arguably top 2 player of all time, it was an opportunity. Obviously, hopefully he didn't do no Diddy, you know what I mean? But it was a great opportunity. I think a lot of his stuff is going to go up in value over time as long as nothing happened. But yeah, I decided to go a little ham on them. So anytime I saw a game-worn material, I picked it up, especially if it was reasonable. That was pretty cool. And then here's one of the Miami Heat. This LeBron James in 2K was unstoppable. I know a lot of you play 2K. LeBron James on the Heat. I mean, anytime someone played him online, it was just ridiculous. I absolutely hated it. And here's another one with Allen Iverson out of 50. You don't really see these two guys on cards anymore, especially game-worn materials. And speaking of two guys on a card, you have Michael Jordan and LeBron, game-worn material. Both game-worn material. Absolutely amazing. They don't make cards like this anymore. Just two legends, man. Phenomenal card pickup. And then the best of the patches, in my opinion, was this Select from 2015. Now, Select had two versions of tie-dye. They had the out of 18, which showed these little patches a little bit more. That was Ash, my dog. Thanks, Bubba. Which is really cool. And then they had the out of 25. I don't know why, but when I was doing my research, that's what I came across. If anybody knows the reason why, leave a comment below, let me know. But this is a game-worn patch. Beautiful of him with the Cavaliers. Just phenomenal. And then to some PC stuff. I picked up a out of 10 National Treasures RPA of my boy Benedict Mathurin when he was with Arizona Wildcats. Beautiful patch. He needs to learn how to sign a little bit better, but really cool card. Happy to add that to my Benedict Mathurin and Arizona PC. And then I picked up some Phoenix Suns. You know, I really enjoy collecting Devin Booker stuff. I picked up two color matches, both the purple and orange. Orange is out of 49 and the purple, I believe, is out of 99. Just really cool cards to add to the PC. And then, of course, Kevin Durant on the Phoenix Suns, with him being a top 15, top 10 player. Let me know where you guys think he's at of all time. It was really cool to grab these and, you know, the color match, the orange color match with KD. Out of 49, and then the Kevin Durant 30 out of 35 blue shimmer is really cool. So those are some of my cards that I picked up while I was at the show. In my opinion, the show was okay. It wasn't great. Now, this has nothing to do with this particular show because I've been to this particular show and it's been a blast majority of the time. With this particular show, the AC was broken, so there was a lot of, in the main room, there was a lot of frustrations. A lot of dealers, you know, when it gets really muggy and stuffy in a room, people's attitude changes a little bit, so you could tell that there was a lot of just frustration on the floor. We were in the back room that did have AC, so I was thankful where I set up I had AC, but with that being said, the foot traffic wasn't really there. I don't know if it was because word got out that the AC wasn't working, that there wasn't a ton of foot traffic, but what I've noticed over the past couple of months with a lot of shows, there hasn't been a ton of foot traffic. Now, I personally think the reason behind all this is, and we're seeing a decline in attendance in some of these shows, is there's too many shows. There's legitimately a show, I feel like every weekend across the country, a major show. Sometimes they overlap, sometimes there's, you know, you got the Dallas Card Show with 4 or 5 shows a year. You got a couple shows here in Atlanta now instead of the one big one. Nashville, I think, has like 3 or 4 times a year. You got Chicago Spectacular. You got the Midwest Monster. You got, and that's a couple times a year now, I believe. You got a handful of these shows that are happening just way too much, and they're just keep adding tables upon tables upon tables, and then they end up not filling. I think they should have limited the number of tables. Now, this is just my own personal opinion. Again, every promoter is going to be different. They have the right to do whatever they want. This is just what I think is going on and how to improve. Because I want the hobby, thanks Bubba, I want the hobby to continue to grow and get better, but we can't set these expectations of all these dealers and tables and people coming and advertising it, and then when the dealers get hooked line and sinker into it, there's no foot traffic. You have to, if you're going to offer all these tables as a promoter, you're going to have to market this thing. You're going to have to spend some money, $200, $300, $400, $500 for a month from a social media standpoint, just running ads. As simple as that, letting the community know that there's a card show. And there's just so much more into it. It has nothing to do about telling influencers either. Like, your general foot traffic is probably going to be 80% of the people that live in the town where the show is at. If those people don't know, you're doing it wrong. And I feel like a lot of these promoters do not advertise in their own backyard. And coming from a marketing background and it being my profession and me working at a Fortune 500 company for the past 10 years doing marketing and controlling a massive amount of budgets, you always start with defending your backyard. And I don't think a lot of these promoters and shows know what they're doing. I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, it might be they see dollar signs and then we're just doing it to do it. I hope it's just the inexperience and they want to change. And a lot of these shows are pretty phenomenal when they get rolling, but the past couple experiences and the past handful of shows I've gone to since close to the end of summer till now have not lived up to the expectations from a public eye standpoint. Maybe behind the scenes, there's a couple dealers making a good amount of money, but there was a handful of dealers I talked to that didn't even make the money back of the cost of the table. And the cost of the tables aren't insane, but if you're not making $1,000 as a dealer at a table in a weekend when you have 2 or 3 tables, buddy, something's wrong. Something is drastically wrong. When you can't even cover the cost of what you paid to set up, we got to, relook at this thing. And I think it starts with the promoters. It starts with the community in general, just talking to improve. I do see a lot of the same people buying a lot of the same cards, a lot of the same people coming to these shows that go to all the shows, and it's nobody different, which I think is a huge problem too. But again, this is just my opinion, how I see things. I might be wrong, I might not, I don't know. I'm not the expert here. I don't own a card shop. I'm just getting into this from a selling perspective. I was the fool that decided to open up a ton of wax and spend a ton of money just opening up cards because I wanted to enjoy it. It was fun to me. I was dumb and I spent a bunch of money I probably shouldn't spend, but I did. And now I realize that was not the brightest thing to do. And now I'm trying to come at this happy from a different perspective. And now I'm sharing that perspective with you, just like I shared opening up wax. So hopefully, a lot of you have, opinions. I would love to start a discussion. Again, leave your comments below. Let's talk about it. Share this video with your friends. Share it with a couple of people. Let's see if they, have any strong opinions towards it. I would love to know. I'm always looking for the hobby to get better. Open for the discussion. But there you have it. I appreciate every single one of you. Some big announcements coming up. Jin's going to be in a couple videos coming up again, so you guys are going to see him soon. But yeah, some big things coming, and I'm super pumped for them. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Deuces.
Down, they just think they are. Never little wanna be gangster trying to play hard.